You know that moment, that gut-wrenching feeling when you catch your reflection unexpectedly. Maybe it's in a store window as you're walking by, or your phone camera accidentally flips into selfie mode. And for a split second, you don't even recognize yourself. Then it hits you, that voice in your head, whispering, "Damn, is that really how I look?" We don't talk about this enough. This weird, complicated relationship we have with our own faces and bodies. The one person you're stuck seeing every single day of your life is yourself, and somehow that's often the person you're most cruelest to. I want to talk about something a little deeper than appearance. I want to talk about that voice, the one that asks, "Why am I ugly?" Because that voice didn't come from nowhere. Someone installed it. Someone has taught you. When I was 13, someone in my class passed around one of those folded paper fortune tellers. You know the ones, pick a number, pick a color. Mine landed on ugly duckling. Many years later, I still remember the hot rush of shame, the laughter, how I smiled to pretend it didn't matter. One stupid moment, one throwaway comment, yet it lived in my head rent-free for decades. What's your moment? What's the memory that planted that seed? Let's be real about what happens when we believe we're unattractive. We don't just feel bad, we shrink our entire lives. We speak less in meetings, we avoid dating, we don't apply for jobs that put us in the public eye. We wear clothes that hide us instead of express us. We take fewer risks, set smaller goals. I know people, brilliant, talented, incredible people who've turned down promotions because they couldn't stand the thought of more eyes on them. I know others who stayed in terrible relationships because they genuinely believed nobody else would want them. This isn't just about hurt feelings. This is about how much of your one and wild, precious life gets sacrificed on the altar of not pretty enough. But what even is beauty, really? Because here's the thing, it's not fixed, it's not even close. In the 1400s, the beautiful woman had a rounded belly and a high forehead. In the 1920s, she had a boyish figure and bobbed hair. In the 1950s, it was all about the hourglass. In the 1990s, which I unfortunately lived through as a teenager, it was all about being as skinny as humanly possible. And that's just the Western standards. Travel around the world and you find places where stretched earlobes are gorgeous, where neck rings are coveted, where scars are considered marks of beauty. Beauty standards aren't facts, they're fashion, they're trends, they're made up. And bloody hell, they are profitable. The global beauty industry is worth over $500 billion. That's billion with a B. $500 billion built on convincing you that you are not enough as you are. Think about that for a second. Entire corporate empires, entire fortunes depend on you feeling inadequate when you look in the mirror. And it's working. By middle school, over half of girls already hate something about their bodies. By high school, that number jumps to nearly 80%. And contrary to what you may think, men aren't immune. Male body image issues have skyrocketed in the past decades. The most dangerous part, when you're busy hating your reflection, you're not changing the world. You're not writing that book, starting that business, fighting for that cause, loving with your whole heart. The worst thing beauty standards steal from us isn't confidence, it's attention. It's focus, it's energy that could go towards literally anything else. So how do we get out of this trap? How do we stop asking, "Why am I ugly?" and start asking better questions? First, we need to be conscious about where these messages are coming from. Most of us absorbed our beauty standards without even realizing it. From family comments, TV shows, social media, from advertising. Once you start noticing these messages, they lose some of their power. You start seeing the manipulation for what it is. Next, we need to change the conversation we have with our reflection. When you look in the mirror and that critical voice starts up, interrupt it. "I'm serious." Out loud if you have to. "Nope, not doing this today." Replace it with something else. Not fake compliments, those don't work. Instead, try gratitude for what your body does for you. These legs carried me through the day. These hands created something. This face expressed joy, anger, all the emotions that make me human. Try this experiment. Look at photos of yourself from 5 years ago. Chances are you're thinking, "I looked fine. Why was I so hard on myself?" Now realize that 5 years from now, you look back at today the same way. So why not skip ahead and be kinder to yourself now? Surround yourself with diversity. And I don't just mean follow body positive accounts on Instagram, though that helps. I really mean look around you at real humans in all their variations, at the grocery store, on public transport, at family gatherings. Notice how people actually look nothing like the filtered photos you see on your phone. Notice how people who look nothing like conventional standards are still deeply loved, still successful, still beautiful in their way. Stop treating your appearance like a project with a deadline. Your body isn't something to fix before summer, before dating, before you can be happy. It's the vessel carrying you through your one life. Practice being seen. This is the hardest one, especially if you've spent years hiding. Start small, make eye contact a little longer, wear bright colors, post that unfiltered photo of yourself, speak up in a meeting. The amazing thing about doing this, you start to realize that most people aren't scrutinizing you. They're too busy worrying about themselves. That freedom is incredible once you feel it. Remember that aging isn't a failure. In a world obsessed with youth, each birthday can feel like losing value. But what if we saw it differently? What if the lines on your face aren't flaws, but a map of your laughs, your worries, your life? What if silver hair isn't something to cover up, but something you've earned? Connect with people on a deeper level. When your relationships are based on something real, on shared values, on supporting each other, on creating togetherness, appearance fades in importance. The people who truly see you really see you, not just your packaging, are the ones worth keeping close to you. Most importantly, remember that beauty isn't a competitive sport. We've been taught that for some to be beautiful, others must be ugly. That's garbage. Complete garbage. Beauty isn't scarce. It's not limited. It's not a ranking system. What would happen if instead of asking, why am I ugly, we started asking different questions? What if we asked, what unique perspective do I bring? How can I create something meaningful today? How can I connect more deeply with the people I love? Here's my challenge to you. The next time you look in the mirror and that critical voice starts up, remember this talk. Remember, you're looking at yourself through a lens that was crafted by marketing teams, by outdated cultural norms, by people who profit from your self-doubt. Try to see yourself through the eyes of someone who loves you. Or even just through the eyes of your future self, looking back with compassion at this moment in your life. You are not ugly. You never were. You are just seeing yourself through a distorted mirror, one that was designed to make you feel that way. Look at the mirror tonight. Really look. And instead of focusing on what you think is wrong, try something different. Try saying, this is me. This is my face. This is my body. The physical form I take in this world. It doesn't undermine my worth. It isn't the most interesting thing about me. It's just the house where I live. And that house, it's always been beautiful enough.
If you liked this video or benefited from any of the content, I humbly ask that you kindly hit the liked button and subscribe to my channel to get up-to-date content that will make you think and reflect. Thank you.